Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and always sharing with your friends. Today we have back our friend Ilan. As you saw his previous video on stereotypes, he really helped us shine the light on those and get the answers. So welcome back. Please reintroduce yourself.
Welcome me. I'm Ilan again, studying with these guys at Coco Chanel engineering school, and trying to answer some of the questions about France right now. It's gonna be fun.
Yep, it's gonna be so fun. Today we are getting to know France. Some people really want to know how is France, where is it?
We on the southwest we have like Spain, and if you move a bit you have Portugal. If you go north you have Belgium, a very small country, and then you have Germany on the northeast, then Switzerland on the east, and then northeast you have Italy as well. So we have a lot of borders with like the main European countries. And France is also called the Hexagon because of its shape. So it's one fancy expression that you can use if you get it on YouTube. And yeah, I think that's it for the geographical.
Yeah, and there are also the overseas departments. Like
yeah, we have got many of them. I'm afraid I won't be able to like name them all, but we have New Caledonia, Guyana, which is next to Brazil, in the northeast of Brazil, in the South America. We have the thing we call the Antilles, which is Guadeloupe, Martinique, and maybe a few other islands that I don't know of. We have quite a lot of them actually.
We can Google them and we can add them there. Anyway, let's start off. What is the famous French emblem?
Oh, I don't have a few different ones. Like one of them is like the marinière, we also have the cock as well, which is like I think it's a traditional animal that we had in the countryside back then, and I think it kind of built up during the revolution. Apart from it's maybe the Eiffel Tower that you know of, and the baguette, of course.
Obviously. Do you mind telling us more about your shirt?
I don't know much about it. I think the name marinière comes from the fishermen that are called marins in French, and I think it's a traditional piece of clothing that fishermen were used to wearing. So I think that's where it comes from, but I don't know how it expanded to being like kind of a French emblem as well. But yeah, that's where it comes from.
Okay. What is the weather across the year?
So it's how do you say that? Semi-tempered. I don't know. But yeah, so it's not tropical of course. So we have like quite cold winters. Like by cold I mean on average like 0, -2 at least. And in the summer it can get like around 30. Depends on where you are actually. They have a lot of differences inside the country. So for example, we have like a lot of different territories. Like there are the Alps, which are one of the mountain chains that we have. We have the Pyrenees as well. And so you can have like quite a few different climates. But like for example, you have like a cold winter and a hot summer. It's pretty much it.
Okay, in France, is French the only spoken language?
I mean, yeah, officially, but you have like quite a few smaller languages that come from local areas. Like for example, this flag up there is like the flag from Brittany, and the language from this region is still quite a big thing. For example, you have like local radios that speak this language, which is called Breton, and so it's one of the few languages that like kind of get on, but it's like not official. You don't have any institutions that use it, but they remain kind of.
So like this flag, it's from where you come from?
Nah.
Do they put it like in public places or?
Yeah, no. Actually, like the city of Nantes, like right now it's not officially in Brittany, but it was used to be part of Brittany, so they have quite some of its culture still, and I think it's very nice.
Okay, can you give us like some must visits? Like if I want to go to France, where should I go?
I think it depends to what you're looking for. Like if you're more into like monuments, architecture, I think Paris would be a must. Like, you have so much stuff to see in Paris, like Sacré-Cœur, for example, Le Grand Palais as well, the Eiffel Tower, definitely. Yeah, I love stuff just in Paris for architecture. But I'm not an expert actually. I'm more into landscapes, so I'm gonna I'm gonna spend a bit more time with that part. And for landscapes, you have like very wide variety of landscapes in France. You can have like very nice beaches around Brittany, or even a bit lower in the southeast, next to Biarritz, for example. You have like some very nice beaches. If you're more into mountains or hills, you can go to the Pyrenees or the Alps for the higher mountains, like for skiing even. If you're more into pieces of nature, like I don't know, waterfalls, or like this is what I'm mostly into, but you can go to Ardèche, for example, or if you're looking for cliffs to jump from, you can go to Les Calanques in Marseille, next to Marseille, or in Ardèche as well, as I mentioned. So these are like quite beautiful places to go.
And which is the like typical holiday? Let's say if I'm in France, which holiday should I celebrate French way?
Oh, it's a tough question. I think it depends on like what season you're living. Like, if it's the summer, we usually like go south for like beaches or like very nice, I know like river areas. For example, like in Ardèche, as I mentioned, or next to Marseille, like we have some very nice places to go there, or even beaches. But if it's more in the winter, you have like the richer people that can afford to. They usually go skiing in the Alps mostly. And but yeah, like apart from this, the usual as well. Like I know seeing your grandparents having meals, like celebrating. I know like New Year's Eve, for example. And but yeah, the typical one. I cannot raise a single answer. We have like too many different like touristic attractions to raise a single answer for this.
That's for sure. And which is the staple food a typical French person can have?
Nah, baguette and cheese, for sure. And like we also have like something that's very characteristic. It's saucisson. So you might translate it as sausage, but it's not. It's a dried out sausage that has a stronger taste, and we usually like slice it up and have it with like baguette, for sure. It's very nice.
And like, is there a typical French clothing?
I don't think so. Like, I think there's one traditional thing that you might see a lot. It's called beret. It's like kind of a hat that's very traditional. We don't see that much. Like, I think the only people I remember wearing is like my grandparents, I think. But apart from this, I don't see that much.
Okay, and if an English person comes to France, do you think they can survive without knowing any French?
I think it's a bit tough. It depends on your situation. I think if you're a student and you go to a university or like let's say an engineering school, I think you'll be fine because there are a lot of people that like speak English there. But like apart from this, it's quite tough. Like we don't speak that much English, to be honest, and it might not be that easy.
Okay, and why do you think France is famous? Like, why do you think many people are always like, I have to go to France?
Yeah, maybe visiting the Eiffel Tower or like acting romantic in Paris. I think that's nice.
Or the French pastries.
Oh yeah. These are a must-have, like pain au chocolat and croissants.
A must.
It's very dope.
That's really interesting because like every bakery they have really awesome patisseries.
Yeah, you gotta try them out.
Yeah,
Nice.
you have. Can you like do you have some random facts you think people don't really know about France?
I think or maybe one of them that you might know of is like the New York Statue of Liberty. It's been built in France actually. It's as for a memorial of like the collaboration and alliance between French and the US. So yeah, that's for fact number one. I think what I can say as well is I don't know the word for this, but like there was a quote for the English monarchy that was Dieu est mon roi, Dieu est mon droit, I'm sorry. And that's a French thing actually, and I think France's influence in Europe back then was like so strong. Even the like quote for monarchy was written in French. I think that's nice.
Is it really true that some England people speak in French? Like
yeah, it was. I think it was the official language for the old aristocracy in England back then. I think that's because like Normandy, which is like the other region I come from, they conquered England by then. So I think it could explain quite some stuff.
okay.
Apart from this, Oh, did you know that we have like the largest economic exclusive zone? That's because of all the islands that France owns. That means we get like the greatest marine territory around them among all the countries. I think that's fun.
And what do you think of the French population? Is it like a cultural centered society, or is it an open-minded kind of population?
I think we're a bit more self-centered, to be honest. Like, of course, like people are like open-minded a bit, but like I think on average, we're not the most open-minded population. So
Yeah.
that's my take on it. But like, yeah, take it as it goes. You know, it's like, I don't know what it's worth.
But for sure, like even if you meet some French people, it's not like you meet the same type. This one could be like a different version, and this is a different version. So for sure, that's fine. That's you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have like any closing remark you would like to tell somebody who wants to visit France, or somebody who wants to know more about the French?
That's a tough question. Definitely like have your take on wine, cheese, and like, everything. Like that's a must. That's a must. That's France is made for. And yeah, try and visit. Try and go around. Like there's a lot of places to see in France, and especially like discover them. Don't always aim for Paris. Like Paris is hype, that's for sure. But like you have a lot of very like cute villages or very nice pieces of landscape around the country. So don't be obsessed by Paris. That's my advice.
That's true. Like even here in Nantes, there are like awesome places you can go. Saint Malo, you can visit there, Mont Saint Michel. So
a lot of stuff to see.
it's really great to visit all around. Of course.
That's true.
Thank you once again for being
You're
here
welcome.
and for telling us more about France.